Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Cordamt and we are gonna start a new playthrough, my first playthrough for Baldur's Gate 3. The game just came out, I'm very excited to play it. Also to note, they changed, well, it's just the loading screen, right? But they changed it for this menu screen, which I like a lot. I've just been fiddling around with the options a little bit. And I think the only thing that I think is worth mentioning in terms of changes that I made is that I disabled... where is it? It should be in gameplay, right? Yeah, I disabled Karmic Dice. This came on by default. It avoids failure or success streaks while keeping the results mostly random. I don't want that. I want the die roll to be exactly as it should be. So that's the only main change that I made. Let's look at what a new game has to offer. Okay, so yeah, difficulties are also something new. This did not exist in the early access, we only had balanced. So we have Explorer, a narrative experience placing story before combat, a balanced adventure full of challenging choices, and Tactician being a tough campaign emphasizing strategic combat. I'm gonna start with this one. I also know that at some point, if this becomes silly, you can switch at any time, so that's good to know. But I want to try the Tactician difficulty. Okay. Let's just watch the intro cutscene. I haven't seen this cutscene in a very long time. I love mind flayers. Brine pool. They did a good job with this cutscene. Okay, so tutorials. Sure, let's see what they have here. Oh, what is this? Oh, this is new. Or is this just a custom... what is this? Wait, so these are the 5 we know. Astarion, Lae'zel, Gale, Shadowheart, and Wyll. But who are you? Karlach has escaped 10 years of service in the Hells with nothing but the axe on her back, and the infernal engine blazing furiously where her heart used to be. I think you actually find this NPC somewhere along your exploration of the first act. This guy, I don't know who he is though. The Dark Urge. You remember nothing but a path paved with blood. Unimaginable cruelty whispers to you from within. Can you escape it? Would you even want to? Your appearance and class can be fully customized. Oh, it has an introduction.
My rancid blood whispers to me, kill, kill, and kill again. My ruined body yearns to reap death in this world. And when this foul urge calls, it possesses my whole being. Injured beyond repair. I know nothing besides this. I must resist the dark urge, lest it consume my mind. I must discover who I was and what happened to me before my twitching knife hand writes a tragedy in blood.
Okay. This wasn't even a playable race. Am I wrong? No, there were no Dragonborn. No, yeah, these are origin characters. They added 2 of them. Okay, I'm happy about this. Let me just check something here. So if I go for custom... Oh, wow, they changed the entire thing. We have half-orcs as well, Dragonborn, and everything else is the same. Ooh. Okay, well this kind of messes up what I had planned to start with. I'll have to think about it, because this guy... He actually has one of my favorite classes, if not my favorite class, which is the Sorcerer. I'm not sure if I like the idea of his backstory for a first playthrough. He wants to kill everything, dark urges trying to come over him. I think this is probably best for a second playthrough, because on my first one I kind of wanted to go for the good approach. The Dark Urge, initiative, okay. He has Frost Breath. Yeah, but overall he's just a sorcerer. Oh, subclass, this is what I want to know. Storm Sorcery, this is also new. You only had Draconic Bloodline and Wild Magic in the early access. Whether crackling with the energy of ancient deluges or pierced by gales and hurricanes, your lineage is a strange tapestry scrawled by a tempest. And you have tempestuous magic. After you cast level 1 spell or higher, you can fly as a bonus action without receiving opportunity attacks. That's kinda busted, no? This sounds broken to me. I'll be completely honest. This sounds a little bit broken. I do like what I have here on the Draconic Bloodline. Okay, yeah, so sorry, I'm kind of getting lost in what's going on here. I actually had thought that my first playthrough, I want to explore the origin story of a companion or of one of these NPCs. But for a future playthrough, the character that I wanted to make by myself, my main character, custom, it would be a sorcerer, probably of the Draconic Bloodline. And I think I still prefer the Draconic Bloodline because this looks kind of, yeah, broken. But it might be fun. But now we actually have a choice of having a Dragonborn as an origin companion. In any case, I'm not going to be going over every single one of these because otherwise the episode will only be me showing the backstories, I guess. The one I was most interested in is going to be Wyll. And one of the reasons for it is that I've never played with a warlock before. So the second edition of Baldur's Gate, the original Baldur's Gate and second edition Dungeons & Dragons does not have a warlock. The third edition also I don't think has a warlock, but the 5th edition does, and being a new class, I kind of want to try it out. It seems an interesting class, and I also like the idea of, you know, being bound to a demon pact. That sounds to me like it could lead into an interesting origin story. So Wyll is actually going to be the character that I'm going to choose. So let's just read what he has to say here. Known as the Blade of Frontiers, Wyll uses his magic to fell the monsters and devils menacing the Sword Coast. In a moment of desperation, he accepted an offer of greater power, forcing him into an infernal game he is struggling to play. Let's look at his introduction here. since he's gonna be the one I'm gonna be picking.
"7 years ago, I was exiled from Baldur's Gate, the city I call home. My name is Wyll, but the people of the Sword Coast call me the Blade of Frontiers, champion of the meek, defender of the innocent. The truth isn't quite so simple, but they're right about one thing. I hunt monsters, and I always catch my prey. My latest target is a devil, and I'm right on her tail. Once I'm through with her, she'll never escape the fires of the first hell."
Okay, Geralt. Nice. Okay, so yeah. Wyll is gonna be the character I'm gonna be choosing for my first playthrough. I think his backstory is probably the most interesting one out of the ones I've seen. Plus, a great deal coming from the fact that it is a warlock. So let's just look at what he has here. So in terms of stats, he has 8 strength, 13 dexterity, 14 constitution, 13 intellect, 10 wisdom, and 17 charisma. It's not a necessarily bad distribution. It's not super optimized either. But his main score here, his primary ability, is charisma, and he does have a decent amount of points in charisma, so that's obviously a good thing. One thing that I want to mention, especially for those who might not be accustomed to the 5th edition, is that in the original Baldur's Gate, in the 2nd edition of Dungeons & Dragons, when you cast a spell, you basically don't have an attack roll associated to it. You just cast a spell, and it will usually have a saving throw associated to it. When you go up to the 3rd edition, and also to Pathfinder if you've played Pathfinder Kingmaker or Wrath of the Righteous, you will know that certain spells have an attack roll associated. So a very good example of this is something like Acid Arrow, or Rays of Fire. What is the name? It's not Rays of Fire, it's Scorching Ray, I think. So for those spells, you actually want to have your primary ability high to deal more damage and to be less resisted, but you also need dexterity to be able to actually hit those spells. In the 5th edition, they did something that I personally think is the best option. They forgot about that, and both the damage, the chance to resist, as well as the chance to hit are all tied to your main ability. So even something like a Scorching Ray, when you cast it, your chance to hit will be improved by your charisma score in this case. If you were a mage, it would be intelligence. If you were a cleric, wisdom, etc, etc. So his stat distribution is not bad. We start with one of the cantrips, or one of the spells that most caught my eye when I played the early access, which is Eldritch Blast. This, I believe, is unique to warlocks, and it is a very fun ability. The animation is also very well done in Baldur's Gate 3. He also starts with Blade Ward, which means he will gain resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing attacks. Quite cool. And then we have Armor of Agathis, which you can gain 5 temporary hit points and deal 5 cold damage to any creature that hits you with a melee attack. I don't really want to get hit. And we also have Arms of Adar. This deals 2d6 necrotic damage, and it will also prevent targets from using reactions for 1 turn. I wonder and I hope that I can customize this, and I think I can. So yeah, you can even customize the race, or you cannot customize the race. Ah, you cannot customize the race of this one. Interesting, this one you can. What about you? No, okay, so this one is special, the Dark Urge is special. Okay, so, Wyll, race is human, means that it is the most common face in Faerun. Humans are known for their tenacity, creativity, and endless capacity for growth. The features are, you can move 9 meters per turn, I think this is the default movement speed. Civil Militia, you have weapon proficiency with spears, pikes, halberds and glaives, and armor proficiency with light armor and shields. Can be useful. Human versatility, Select an additional skill to be proficient in, and your carrying capacity is increased by 1/4. Also lovely. As for the class, we are a warlock, like we had mentioned before. Bound by a pact to an all-powerful patron, warlocks trade their loyalty for supernatural abilities and unique magic. So I thought that this could also be customized. Maybe you can only customize the companions that you bring? Very strange. Maybe I'm missing something. Okay, well, we'll see. So yeah, we can customize our cantrips. It's also going to tell you that Charisma is your spellcasting ability. It is the ability that influences your chance to hit with certain spells, like I had mentioned. Well done on the tooltip. And for classes that need to prepare spells, it will also affect how many spells you can prepare. So very important that you have your main ability as high as possible. Spell save DC is 13. Certain spells require enemies to make a saving throw. The higher your spell difficulty class, the harder it is to resist your spells. So DC stands for difficulty class, which, just as it mentions in the tooltip, when you cast a spell that allows a saving throw, this will be the value that the enemy has to roll against. And then we also have spell attack +5, which is a bonus to melee and ranged spell attacks. It improves your chance to hit with certain spells. I think this is because we have a +3 from Charisma, and we also have a +2 from our proficiency. So over here. The proficiency represents whether you are trained in a weapon type, tool, or skill. Provides a bonus to associated rolls, making you more likely to succeed. Okay, so in terms of cantrips, I am gonna take Eldritch Blast, that's for sure. And then I'm kind of considering what I want. We have Bone Chill, which is actually quite decent. It prevents your enemies from healing, and it will also impose disadvantage on attack rolls, but only for undead. That's what kind of ruins it for me. Friends will gain you advantage on charisma checks. This can be useful for talking to people, persuading them, and whatnot. The Mage Hand is interesting. I'm not exactly sure how much I would use this. You can create a spectral hand that can manipulate and interact with objects. Minor Illusion. Create an illusion that compels nearby creatures to investigate. You can remain hidden while casting this spell, and this spell can be cast while you are silenced. That's actually kind of strange. We have Poison Spray. Projects a puff of noxious gas, but my issue with this spell is the range. You only have 3-meter range. It's not very good. And then you also have True Strike, which is an interesting spell, but the fact that it is an action kind of makes it a little bit too slow for my taste, but it can be useful. It will grant you advantage on your next attack roll, meaning that you will roll 2 dice and you will use the higher value. I think I actually like what I have here. Granted that Blade Ward is a little bit more on the defensive side. Not sure if I'm really gonna want that for the early levels, but I'm gonna go with this. As for subclass, we have the Fiend subclass. I think you have others if you are playing a custom character, but Wyll comes with the Fiend. So warlocks in service to fiends work towards corrupting destructive ends, intentionally or otherwise, and receive hellish blessings in turn. So I think this is how we get these 2 spells here. And we have the subclass feature Dark One's Blessing. When you reduce a hostile creature to 0 hit points, this gift from your patron grants you 4 temporary hit points. Cool. Kind of a reward for being offensive. Grants you some hit points. Not bad. In terms of spells, so here you get access to, I think we can all call this arcane magic, but not all of the available choices for arcane magic. Like I said, I don't really like the idea of this one, because I don't really want to get hit, even though the temporary hit points are a good thing to have. So this one is going to go away. And then we have Burning Hands. I don't really like these cone effects. Charm Person, Command is going to be for the Cleric, I believe. Expeditious Retreat, Hellish Rebuke. If you get hit, you deal back 2d10 fire damage. Again, quite decent damage, but I don't want to get hit. Hex is probably the one I'm going to be taking. This one is a very interesting spell. It's cast on a bonus action, which means you can cast Hex and then another spell if you want. And this will make it so your attacks deal an additional 1d6 necrotic damage to the target and give it disadvantage on an ability of your choosing. If the target dies before the spell ends, you can hex a new creature without expending a spell slot. Very cool. So if you also have attacks or spells that target, for example, multiple targets, or that have multiple rays, again like Scorching Ray for instance, if you shoot 2 or more, it's going to proc this damage that amount of times as well. So it can add up quite decently. So yeah, I'm gonna take Hex and I'm gonna take the Arms of Adar, because this one seems interesting, and being able to make opponents not able to use reactions sounds good to me. Don't want this. Witch Bolt is not bad, but not something that I'm really interested in. I prefer these two. As for the background, he is a folk hero. You are a champion of the common people, challenging tyrants and monsters to protect the helpless. Saving innocents in imminent danger will make your legend grow. Skills, animal handling and survival. We can also customize our abilities here, which I might do. Let me see, so what does intelligence actually do for a warlock? It's gonna give us a +1 to int saving throws, but not much else. So a 12 would be the same thing as a 13. And I could give him 1 more point in dexterity. Dexterity here is interesting to me because by going from 13 to 14, this means you get an additional point of bonus. So these bonus here coming from dexterity, it's every 2 points above 10, you get a +1 bonus. And the same thing if you go negative. And it will also give me +1 AC. So more armor class is always decent. What is this, by the way? Huh? Oh, because I can do this twice. Ah, okay. Okay, so strength I don't think I need. Dexterity I like having. Constitution I like having. Intelligence is fine like this. Wisdom is fine like this. Charisma is fine like this. I think I like this distribution. I could also do something like this. But yeah, no, it costs more points. So no. Okay, I'm not gonna worry too much about min-maxing right now, especially since this is an Origin companion. I'm going to go similar to what they had intended for him. Skill proficiencies. We have proficiencies in Arcana, Animal Handling, Survival, Intimidation, and Persuasion. And if we want to change this, I need to understand what these things are. You may customize your skill proficiency in the list below. If you are proficient in a skill, you add a bonus to those skill checks, making you more likely to succeed. You receive a bonus to every skill that you are proficient in. This bonus increases you gain levels in your class and applies to all checks of that skill. Oh, I think this means it's like a bonus from being human? Maybe? Inherited from background, same thing here. Okay, so I like Persuasion. I don't think I particularly care about Intimidation. Perception could be good, but it's not really my main area of expertise. I could go for Sleight of Hand, but I have another person for this. Helps you resist from being shoved. I don't think I really need stealth. Investigation sounds cool. It kind of depends on what they go for with the investigations, but it does sound cool. Why did my button disappear? Ah, okay, it doesn't matter. So yeah, we have Arcana, and then maybe oh, sorry, this went away. Okay, so like this. I want Arcana, Investigation, and Persuasion. Okay, I like this. And I believe that is all. Okay, my friends, let's proceed.
You need a guardian. Choose one.
So, a guardian. I'm not really sure what guardians mean in the game. I do know they appear in your dreams from the early access, but other than that, I'm not really sure. So what do I want? A halfling or a dwarf or a gnome? Let's go for a dwarf. A dwarven lady. Oh yeah, Duergar, Shield Dwarf and Gold Dwarf. Uh-huh.
Remarkable.
Good luck. Follow your instincts.
Oh, this is a man's voice.
Remarkable. Follow your
Okay.
instincts. Don't be afraid.
I'm not going to bother too much with customization of the face here. Maturity. Freckle quantity. Man, the amount of detail that they placed in this is insane. Oh, sorry. Body type, okay. You can customize body art, eyes. What is this? I think it's one eye of each. Yeah, okay. Let's go for brown eyes. Don't want makeup. I don't really like makeup that much. And the hair color, we're gonna go for this. No highlights. And then a beard. No. Okay, this will be our guardian lady. And let's venture forth. We just had an Illithid tadpole inserted into our brains. Interesting, that Illithid didn't care that there were other mind flayers dead on the ground. I did not remember that. I would be scared too, my friend. Yes, I would. Illithid! Illithid! I think I would be much more suited to playing like an evil aligned character, given how much I'm rooting for the Illithids. But I will stay strong. I will stay strong. The Illithid mortal enemy, the Githyanki. Nice. I mean, this is why I say that one of the main things this game has going for it is it's a Dungeons and Dragons game. How can you not love this kind of setting, world, and monsters? Very cool. A very cool intro. Help me, lady. Yes. I don't enjoy this here though. The version number.
What did that Illithid do to me?
Oh,
Forget it. I've got a quarry to catch. Damn it, Karlach. Where have you gotten to?
Oh, so he's actually hunting one of the Origin companions, Karlach. Center camera. You can always reform the camera around your current character. Home. Okay. Left mouse button. I couldn't read. Yeah. Okay. Whatever. I was noticing that they changed how the map moves when you move the camera. I like that a lot. They also changed the look of a bunch of things. Very cool. Jade on a dead mind flayer. He's not disgusting. Don't be evil. Okay, so Alt is the key to actually interact.
This is the pool that thing came from. The parasite now writhing behind your eye.
We can reach toward the pool, we can investigate. Nice. Let's investigate. So, skill checks. Some dialogue options require a skill check. A dice roll that must meet or exceed a target number. Your character's skills add a bonus to this roll. So basically, we roll the dice and then we have our bonuses, our additional bonuses. So +1 from intelligence and +2 from investigation proficiency. We rolled a 2, which adds up to a 5.
It is nothing more than meets the eye.
Let's reach toward the pool. Well, no more pool.
Glad to be out. Now, let's get a move on.
Okay, so this is where we're stuck. Ah, okay, so the version number is only in the cutscenes? That's a little bit strange, isn't it? But, okay, it's a good thing that it's not here. I can ping the map for multiplayer. Map. This is a map of your surroundings. You can view quest locations and place custom markers. You can also teleport to waypoints you have discovered by selecting them. I do like the fact that you can add custom markers. I think this is also a feature that was not in the early access, if I remember correctly. Our personal quest is the Blade of Frontiers. Hunt and destroy Karlach. I woke up upon a Nautiloid, a mind flayer ship. The last thing I remember is pursuing my target, a dangerous devil called Karlach, across the fiery hellscape of Avernus. I need to escape this ship and destroy the infernal fiend. If she were to be loosed upon the Sword Coast, there's no telling what havoc she could wreak. And our main quest, escape the Nautiloid. We've been abducted by mind flayers and infected with some kind of parasite. We need to find a way off this ship. Okay. We also have inspiration. I do want to read this because this is also an interesting mechanic. So inspiration is when a character performs an action that's true to their background. They gain experience points and receive inspiration. Inspiration then can be spent to re-roll an ability check. Complete background goals to gain more inspiration. Okay, it says here as well. You can have a maximum of 4 inspiration. If you are at your maximum, completing background goals only grants experience. So it's kind of a... I'm lacking the word. It's so that certain skill checks are not as punishing as they otherwise would be, because you can then re-roll a certain number of times. Okay, we've yet to have a single inspiration event. That is fine. We also have a log of our dialogue here, saying that we failed this. Okay. And I do want to check something out, because I think that their voices are kind of low, but it's all maxed. Okay, well, let us proceed. So these don't seem to be interesting. That's going to be progress. This is a healing point, if I remember correctly. Yeah, restoration. But I want to go up there. And I am happy, a lot happier than just playing the early access. Because right now I don't feel like whatever I'm doing here, I won't be able to take onward, you know? I can finally dedicate myself to playing this. Okay, so we took some fire damage. We can use a restoration pod to heal to full. Was there anything of interest here? I don't think so. Can't reach that. Okay. So instead of walking on the fire, let's just jump over the fire. Sounds like a better option. And can I reach the other side? Is what I am wondering. First, let's heal. Man, and I do hope that warlocks are fun, because I'm really interested in this class. Yeah, there are things up there. Okay, so how can I get up there? Oh, through here. Okay. So, just so you know, so I played the early access of this game back when it came out in October 2020. And I explored the game a lot. But yeah, it's been like 3 years now, so I've forgotten most of it. And I recently replayed it closer to the final release, but I basically ignored all kind of exploration and dialogues just so I could keep the game as fresh as possible for my, you know, my first playthrough here. Oh, what is this?
Visions project into your mind. A Nautiloid hurtling through the plains, resplendent with psionic energy.
Okay. So basically we were rewarded with a gem by coming over here. Let us interact with this sphincter. Quick save. Okay. We have a dead goblin with some gold and an Illithid record.
Images of goblins, their habits and histories flash into your mind.
They were studying the goblins, maybe?
A schematic of a Nautiloid flashes into your mind. Nerves, sinews, as much living being as ship.
Can't reach it, apparently. Or this one. Okay. An Eldritch tablet.
1,000 years of humanoid history. Elves, dwarves, humans, and more flash behind your eyes.
It definitely feels like the mind flayers were studying races. Okay, anything up here? No. This, I believe, is an elevator, if I still remember it correctly. Yep. Here. Brain jars. Mind sanctuaries. Can I break brain jars? I can, but it's not a good idea. Okay, it deals acid damage. Mirnath. Under operation.
Yes, you've come to save us from this place. From this place, you'll free us.
A psionic
The
presence.
exposed brain quivers in expectation.
Please. Before they return. They return.
Who am I talking to? A man or a brain? I think you're past the point of saving. Yeah, so who am I talking to? A man or a brain?
A newborn. Born new from this husk.
You realize you're talking to an intellect devourer, a minion of the mind flayers who abducted you.
These are not friendly. I think I want to destroy the brain, but I want to know why he's afraid.
The enemy. So many enemies.
Maybe he's talking about the Githyanki? Die. There we go. I am a demon hunter, a fiend hunter after all. And I guess I would consider that to, you know, fall into the category of things to kill. Oh wait, did I not loot him? No, he didn't have anything. Okay. We shall go down. And carry on. Oh! Githyanki lady, no.
Abomination. This is your end.
Your head throbs and your skin tingles. Visions rush past. A dragon's wing, a silver sword, and a flash of your face seen through the strange woman's eyes.
My head. What is this? Skvar. You are no thrall. Vlaakith blesses me this day. Together, we might survive.
Nice, I do like the idea of having a friend. And also something to note, and it may be irrelevant for a lot of people, but I love the way that weapons are designed in this game. They look really good. Who are you?
Who am I? Your only chance of survival.
Okay, and what made you think I was a troll?
We carry mind flayer parasites. Unless we escape, unless we are cleansed, our bodies and minds will be tainted and twisted. Within days, we will be Geich, mind flayers.
Yeah, okay, so I think our parasites are going to turn us into mind flayers. We're turning into mind flayers. This must be something we can do.
We can do nothing until we escape. That must be our priority.
I agree.
First, we exterminate the imps. Then we find the helm and take control of the ship. We
Sounds
will
good.
address the matter of a cure for this infection once we reach the material plane.
Man, this is looking good. Combat. General tutorial. Get ready to fight. Combat happens in rounds and each participant gets a turn to act. The game pauses around you during combat, so you have time to plan your actions. So yeah, the game plays out as turn-based. During your turn you can move, take an action, and can take a bonus action. Okay, yeah, we know this. Yeah, I think this fight wasn't like this. Well, I have to say, I haven't played the game basically nothing at this point. It's just the start area. But all of the changes done, I like them. I really do. Okay, it's going for a good start here. Okay, so I want to know, is this AoE or it's single target? It is AoE. So if I come over here, I'm gonna trigger an attack of opportunity. That's that red arrow on the floor. But what if I put myself? I think this may be sufficient. I'm trying to hit both of these. That's what I'm trying to do here. Okay, so I'm gonna see if I can do this. If not, I'll just get sad and move on. And since my two characters are taking their turns one after the other, you can actually select which you want to act first. You don't need to act with Wyll first here. Oh, you bitch. Really? I am so close. Man. And now I can't even attack. Well, I can Eldritch Blast. Yeah, I guess why not? I'm not gonna waste a spell slot if I can just use a cantrip here. Okay. So this one I have disadvantage, for this one I don't. So let me see if I can kill with Lae'zel. Is this her name? Lae'zel, yeah. She's a fighter. What does she have here? Astral Knowledge. Gain proficiency in all skills of a chosen ability. Ooh, that's cool. She also has Githyanki Psionics, Mage Hand. Nice as well. And then we have a couple of fighter abilities. These get replenished on a short rest. And they take an attack roll. Okay. I'm thinking about... I cannot reach that guy, right? No. Okay, I'm gonna try and kill this one right now.
Let my name be known.
Great. I can even move a little bit further to protect Wyll if need be. Second wind I don't need. Let's go for an Eldritch Blast. And I love the animation, it's so good. Flourish, I can't hit him, I'm too far away. So just pass a turn.
Time to strike.
Okay, so he used dash, so he cannot use a main action anymore. Aha! You suck. Okay, so let's see if we can kill this guy. The one thing I don't understand is why... target too close, okay. So I'm gonna move a little bit back. And this should be sufficient. Although this one is a 2 HP, I think it makes more sense to hit with Lae'zel on this guy. I'm gonna get her name wrong so many times, I'm sure. Okay, yeah, 13. I'm gonna go over here. Because if this guy tries to move, he's gonna trigger an attack opportunity, which essentially is making Wyll safe.
No holding back.
And now we can try our Eldritch Blast. Let's make sure I'm targeting the right target. And there we go.
You proved surprisingly adequate in battle. Now,
Companions. Some allies can join you in your adventure. You can control them the same way as your own character. Click. Okay, yeah, we know this. And we can pick up a scimitar that will basically go for Lae'zel, in case we also pick up something like a shield. A crossbow. You have nothing. Oh, I think the stars indicate that they have loot. Oh, yeah. A healing potion, always nice. Death roll. Okay, nothing else over here. We can even heal up. And we also have the 4 temporary hit points from our Dark One's Blessing. Which is quite cool.
I better hurry before those dragons bring the ship down, and me with it.
Yeah, let's not die. I should honestly be taking Lae'zel in the front, but this being my main character, I want to have him active, you know, as the primary. Oh, I remember this area though.
Back! Touch nothing without knowing its purpose.
Okay, so before we touch anything...
The man isn't dead, but he's totally unresponsive.
We have sacrificed cultists, it seems. And we have somebody stuck in there. Ooh, a backpack.
You! Get me out of this damn thing! We have no time for stragglers.
Lady, I am a good person. Okay, so my class is telling me that there's magic at work here. And we can determine what kind. Okay. Well, it's easy. Let's see if we're lucky. Okay, good. Success.
Warding ruins. You feel them drawing energy from the console near to the pod.
Are you satisfied? We need to go.
Chill, Lae'zel. This thing is magically linked to that console. Let me see what I can do.
Hurry! Please!
Okay. Rescue the Illithid's captive. We encountered a survivor trapped inside one of the pods aboard the Nautiloid. Perhaps we can find a way to free her.
The console appears dormant.
Warlock. Inscribe the device with the glyphs you sense from the pod's warding runes. The console hums to life.
Console hums to life.
Let's take a closer look at the powered up console with the Arcana skill check. I'm not being very lucky with this.
Nothing in the appearance of the device betrays its purpose. It could do anything.
I'm still gonna risk it. Let's place the hand in the console.
Suddenly, you feel a hideous squirming in your head. A parasite. Then discomfort fades, and another sensation washes over you. Connection. Authority.
Illithid. This is a story check, I guess. Being implanted with a mind flayer tadpole is a fate worse than death, isn't it? I'm thinking that this may cause me to go down a bad path. So I think I'm going to not use Illithid options. I'm going to ignore the sensation. I still want to help her. Oh, I have no other option? Really? Wait.
The console hums steadily, awaiting command.
I'm thinking this is not gonna make a difference, right? Oh, can I take another check? Oh. I wonder, does it save the previous result so that you cannot, you know, abuse the system?
The console hums steadily.
No, it doesn't. Okay. So I guess certain skill checks you can simply retry.
The pulsing
All right.
glow and organic lines of the device make it seem more like a beating heart than a machine. Perhaps it will open the nearby pod.
Yes, please. We place our hand.
Suddenly, You feel a hideous squirming, then discomfort.
It's the same
fades,
thing, right?
And another sensation washes over you. Connection. Authority.
Well, I mean, if this will allow me to free her, I'm gonna try it, even if it has the Illithid attached. Let's will the pot to open. Difficulty class 2. Game, please. Thank God. But it does love the 8.
You feel the biomechanical brain of the console process your command and yield to it. A shiver runs across your mind. You feel sated.
Yeah, maybe I did a bad thing. But we saved Shadowheart.
At last. Thought I was done for.
Hello.
I thought that damn thing was going to be my coffin. Thank you.
Your mind lurches into her thoughts. Her gratitude is mixed with wariness, because you have a gift with you.
No.
Keep dangerous company.
Dangerous company is what you need in a fight.
Fair point. Looks like there's plenty of fighting ahead. Let me come with you. We can get off this ship and watch each other's backs along the way.
Did you feel what I felt just before? We were in each other's heads.
I did. It must be because of those parasites they put in us. But that'll have to wait. Are we going to help each other or not?
We are. Alright then, let's get going. I'm Wyll.
Shadowheart. One moment.
What you doing? Oh right, her artifact. What's that?
It's nothing. Trust me.
Enough of this chatter. We need to get to the helm. Now.
She's right. Lead on.
Okay. So let's just look at her. And now that I mention it, we should actually look at all of us. Just to get some context here. And I'm trying to pause the game. So yeah, Lae'zel is a Githyanki fighter. She has 17 strength, her primary attribute, 15 con, 13 dex, int, wisdom and charisma are all fine. It's not a bad distribution. She came with the notable features of great weapon fighting, which means when she rolls a 1 or a 2 on a damage die for an attack with a two-handed melee weapon, that die is re-rolled once. She also has martial prodigy. A lifetime of relentless training gave you armor proficiency with light and medium armor, as well as proficiency with the short sword, long sword and great sword. I mean, she should have proficiency with heavy armor as well because she's a fighter. Over here, nothing really of much interest. She is proficient in intimidation, survival and acrobatics. And that's kind of it. Yeah, she is proficient with heavy armor. Okay. Stores her ingredients. Oh, this is very nice. She has a keychain as well. This is actually quite lovely. Well done on their part as well by doing this. This was one of the main issues I had with Divinity. It was the inventory management that could be very annoying. This is cool. You are actually going to take a crossbow here.
A long way to go still.
Okay, but I want you with your melee weapons active. But yeah, so Shadowheart is a half-elf, or a high half-elf. A touch of the Feywild remains in half-elves with this bloodline, and even those untrained in magic possess a hint of wild power. So she has 13, 13, 14, 10, 17, and 8. It's kind of a... I'm not sure how well this is spread out, to be completely honest, but she is a cleric, her wisdom is high, so that's the main thing we need. The rest of this, I'm not really sure how I would change it. Civil Militia, the same thing as I have. Dark Vision, very useful. She can see in the dark up to 12 meters. She has domain spells, of the Trickery domain. Fear of Wolves? Her scalp prickles with fear when she encounters wolves. If she steps within 9 meters of a lupine creature, she must make a wisdom saving throw and become frightened. What? Okay. And Fey Ancestry. You have advantage on saving throws against being charmed, and magic cannot put you to sleep. Okay, quite cool. And she is going to be... I was gonna say she's gonna be quite important for us because she had proficiency in sleight of hand and stealth. Because of the trickery domain? Why doesn't she have it? I'm curious about this. She should have proficiencies here. Interesting. Okay, maybe they... I'll have to see how that plays out.
Keep in pace.
Okay, so we freed the lady. We're gonna pick up some stuff, and I actually have to finish the episode. Man, it seemed like it was only 10 minutes. Illithid manuscript, a burnished necklace, an elaborate reliquary. You need thieves' tools to pick a lock, or you can find its key. And we also have a dark mind. Let's just look at this. This doesn't seem to matter. What is this? A humanoid brain, alive and in perfect condition, suspended in cerebrospinal fluid. Okay. And an Illithid manuscript.
Faint images appear in your mind. A brain, a Githyanki warrior, and centuries of darkness.
Okay, so studying the Githyanki. I would like either a thieves kit or the key. Do you have a thieves kit? You do not.
Sharp as ever.
There is this other central console here.
No idea.
Arcana failed. Arcana failed.
I can't read this.
And Arcana failed.
No idea.
Okay, let's see if my other companions roll a 20. Oh, pff. Okay.
What's this gibberish? Wow, this isn't
So
much.
annihilate,
Indolence breeds madness. Aggression.
aggression.
Sigil I cannot make sense of.
Okay, well, given that we have annihilate and aggression, maybe this one is a little bit more peaceful?
Psionic energy radiates from the prisoners, but they do not react.
We failed a save. Interesting. Because I'm thinking if I go for aggression, they're gonna turn hostile, and if I go for annihilate, I'm gonna kill them. Let's go for aggression, but let's actually
Like its will be done.
not get ourselves killed. So I could leave maybe Lae'zel here, Shadowheart over here, and Wyll is the one that pushes the button. Yeah, I figured.
Did the machine do that?
Okay, so we are in combat. I have no love for cultists. One thing I forgot is I should have maybe just not... Well, I didn't know where this guy was gonna spawn, so I can't really guess. Well, let's just whack him. Awesome. Let's threaten this guy. And I will explain what that means in a second.
Can't give up. Not
I'm gonna take Shadowheart over here.
keep going.
And what I was saying is that this guy is now threatened, which means an enemy is close, so he will have disadvantage on range attack rolls. I'm not sure what this guy is, if he's gonna cast some kind of spell with an attack roll, so being threatened is better, and if he tries to move, he takes 2 attacks of opportunity. Let's smack. Good. And let's Eldritch Blast. Wonderful. Okay.
Assume nothing. What lies within?
Nothing particularly special. We took 0 damage from this. And I don't know where we came from. We came from over there. Oops. Oh, actually, we came from here. Ah, So now I know where they came from. Okay, this helps a lot in navigating the map. So this is unexplored territory here and also over there. Oh, give me a second, please. And I am back. So I am very sorry for this interruption right at the end of the episode. I just got a call that I wasn't expecting. I was kind of fiddling with the map because, as I said, I'm kind of excited with the changes that they did and the overall, you know, new look to the minimap and leaving the custom markers and whatnot. And I kind of lost track of time. So I will have to end this episode. We have explored a little bit of the initial area. We picked up Shadowheart as our cleric. We picked up Lae'zel as our frontline fighter. At least that's my plan for them in the near future, unless other companions pop up that I am not aware of. But yeah, this will be it for our first episode, my friends. As always, I want to thank everyone for being here with me in the channel, watching some Baldur's Gate 3. I hope you guys enjoy this run, and I do hope it's going to be an amazing playthrough for everyone. If you have any questions, any suggestions, if you just want to say hi, leave a comment below. If you enjoy the content, consider subscribing for more videos coming out very, very soon, and it's also a free and easy way to support the channel. I hope to see you in the next episode, and until then, stay safe everyone.